Hello YouTubers and welcome to yet another Oktoberfest special. It's that time of year, guys. It's Oktoberfest in Germany and we thought we should celebrate again and do an Oktoberfest special like we did last year. So last year we did the first ever kind of cooking and beer episode and it was a good time. We haven't done one of these episodes for about 6 months almost. Life's been busy, you know, that's how it is. These takes so much effort and time to shoot. So today we're finally doing one in honor of Oktoberfest. For the occasion, we're making some very authentic German food, more or less from scratch this time. Yeah. Last time it was a lot of pre-bought stuff.
Whoa. Yeah, it's a simple dish,
but it will be really good. As the title states, it's Haxe. It's
skank. Is it called skank?
Shank. So it's Haxe mit Kartoffelklöße. It's in German. That's pretty much translates to pork shank with potato dumplings. It's a very traditional. I think it's very popular in Bavaria, but there's all sorts of variations on it from like Thüringen which is Thuringia or something like that. There's many variations. The potato base, for example, just has some has bread, some have cheese, some even have meat. So this will be a fun dish to make. It will take some time, so I think we should get started on the meat.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so we're going to start with the pork shanks. So this is kind of a different cut of pork shank. They usually don't look like this in Germany. I don't know why they made a cut here and here and here and here. And if it's not like they want you to cook it like this from the supermarket. But everywhere right now they do some kind of Oktoberfest theme. And this is the top part of the shank of the pig. So I guess it must have been sitting like this on the shoulder. But the cut in Germany looks a bit different. But this is what we could get, so that's what we're using. And you can see the skin is still on, and that's going to make some really nice crispy crackling, which is one of the main awesome things about this dish. So, the skin, you want to score, not all the way, but just a little bit through with a knife, a sharp knife. Kind of like in Denmark you do with the flæskesteg. It's a roast pork dish of, I think it's pork belly. This is a bit tough, the skin. Or maybe my knife is a bit dull. But just score it like all over, and that's pretty much all that is to it. So we got the skin crisscrossed somewhat. You could also roast it whole, I guess. I saw when I was in Bamberg, we got it sometimes roasted whole, sometimes like this. I prefer it like this, so we have chunks of crispy crackling to eat. So you need now, just to get rubbed everywhere, some nice coarse salt. I get my salt grinder on the low setting, and you need loads of it to make the skin nice and crispy. And it looks like it's a lot of salt, but you need it because a lot of that fat and all that, it'll just absorb it and then make the skin super crispy. And then of course also some black pepper, a little more coarse. And in Denmark, when we do flæskesteg, which is similar, you would actually use whole black peppercorns to put in between all the fat and the skin, but the skin is not as thick here, so it doesn't completely work. But you also want, at least in Denmark and some places, put some bay leaves in the pork, in the skin, but here it's quite thin, so I'm not sure if it's going to be able to fit. So, but then you rub your meat with all this salt and pepper mixture all around, get it in the crevices between the, like where you cut the skin, to make some crackling. And just be generous with the salt. I think I might even put some more off camera. And then when you're done with one side, you do it on the other. And the best part about making this is that you braise it in beer. So we just went with this Carlsberg 47. It's kind of like a Bock, Vienna style Bock they call it, Wiener Lager. 7%. It just needs to be a nice malty beer, in my mind at least. I've made it a couple of times, and I prefer malty beer or lager beer. or Schwarzbier will work as well. And just don't push too much of that so you get all the salt off, but just a bit of beer. And you braise it in this for first 30 minutes, 20 minutes on 230 degrees Celsius. And after that, you give it 2 hours, low and slow at 180. But keep an eye on these bad boys, the bay leaves, because they might get a bit burned, so you have to take them out. So now all we have to do is put these bad boys in the oven and let them braise. The pork shank has been in the braising in the oven for about 1.5 hours now, so only 1 hour to go. But meanwhile, we boiled some potatoes for the Klößen. Klößen is one of the names. It's also, I think it's called Klößen, and I would say Muse, but that's something completely different. Knödel, I think. Yeah, it's got many names, but mash them up because you need them as mashed potatoes. So with the trusty potato masher, we're just gonna mash these bad boys up and then mix them with the rest for the Klößen. Okay, so the potato mash, somewhat mashed potatoes without anything else than just mashed potatoes. It's about, for 2 people, 400 to 600 grams of potatoes as we boiled. And to that, you need to add some other stuff. So first of all, you need to add, I know freshly ground nutmeg is better, but I don't really have that at the moment. So we're using pre-ground nutmeg, and you use about half a teaspoon. It's kind of like when you do like a bechamel or something like that. And then you need some salt and pepper as well to taste. Oh, we should do that more fine. And then you need 1 whole egg. And then we have about a cup's worth in US measuring units, about a little more than 80 grams of potato starch. Or it's actually, in Danish, it's potato flour. It's like a flour made of potato, but it's got the same consistency as kind of like cornstarch. It's just to bind everything together. And actually, this recipe is the way to make this was actually taught to me by my brewmaster. He's from Germany, so that's how he does it in his family. And then you just mix everything around. It'll take a bit, but you mix everything around until you have this smooth, potatoey paste. And you might need to add a little bit of water on the way, and if you need to, you just do that. So we'll be right back when we have this entire thing mixed together. So we've floured a board here. The potato mixture is looking like this. It's got a bit of chunks still. The ones I had in Germany, some of them were made with shredded potato and this without any chunks. So I guess it's kind of up to whatever you feel like. It's probably, I don't know what is completely authentic, if that's without chunks or what it is. But what you want to do is you want to take some of your potato mixture and put it on the floured surface. We use some of the potato starch here. And then you want to make these little potato balls, like potato, or actually quite big. You want them like either really big, or that's how we usually have them, like a little bigger than that. And you usually get 2 per person, or 1 like really big one. But then you take this mixture and you kind of form it into a ball. And then roll it in the dough. And there you have your first Klößen. Not completely round, but I guess you guys get the point. Something like that, like kind of like a pretty big dumpling. Usually you wouldn't want the shape of your hand on there, but I'm not a pro German dumpling maker, but it needs to look like this. So we're gonna make the rest now and get them ready. And then when they're done, we'll stick them all in the fridge, and then we'll boil them for about 10 to 15 minutes before serving the dish. So whilst the sauerkraut is heating up, we can make the sauce, the gravy, ready. So this is basically just some of the fat from the juice, the fat beer juice from the shanks, with a little bit of water, just heating up in the pan or in this little pot. And then we're gonna add a little bit of cornstarch slurry just to thicken it a little bit. So we just have this water, beer, meat, juice mixture simmering a bit, and we're gonna add the cornstarch just a little by little and stir. And it gets thick almost instantly. Okay, so we're finally done. This looks so ugly.
It looks incredible.
The pork looks incredible, but it's just brown on like gray whitish. But that is how it is with a lot of traditional cuisine. Even a lot of Danish. We should have bought some parsley.
Well, it's I think from the countryside.
Yes.
And it's not supposed to look pretty.
It's supposed to fill you up
supposed
like
to be the best that you can make of whatever you have, I think. So,
and pairing with this Haxe mit Kartoffelklöße und Sauerkraut, we have Paulaner, Hefe Weissbier, and you have...
I have Jacobsen Weissbier.
Actually, Carlsberg.
Which is Carlsberg, yeah.
But hey,
And it is brewed on passion.
yeah, not with. So I think we should dig in, and I want to start with this. That's been so long in the oven. Listen to that. I think I don't even know how to attack this. There's like crispy skin everywhere. Oh, look at this, Pete. Underneath. Oh,
Good.
this is sticking up. Skin
Yes.
and meat and cheers.
Cheers.
Fucking yeah. Germany has got it down when it comes to pork. This is so good.
It's not too shabby.
Super crispy skin or crackling, and then just tender fall apart meat.
It's like pulled pork meets flæskesteg.
Yeah. I'm spilling the gravy because I overfilled the place. Great job. But let's try and see what you think of the Kartoffelklöße. It's such a weird
I've never
thing.
had this before, so
I haven't perfected this at all. I made it a couple of times, but it's strange, isn't it? It's like a spongy, doughy potato dumpling.
yeah.
It's
Right
all-
now I'm undecided.
Yeah, I don't know. This is it's quite the common side dish in Germany. These bad boys, and then they're made because like this because they soak up all the gravy. You see, they just soak it up like sponges.
Yeah. This is full of starch, and I bet it'll fill you up.
That's probably why that's the side dish.
Yeah. So if the meat isn't enough for you,
Yeah,
you can eat some of those.
and then canned kraut.
Which is one of the
Okay.
better canned krauts I've had.
Little canned kraut. It's okay, and then that's this crispy skin.
Oh.
Oh. That's so good. Oh. It's got a crunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is good. If you guys can get pork shank, it should be easy. Just go to your local butcher. Try and get it and do it like this or something similar. I mean, this is not a perfect recipe. We're not chefs. We just like to make some good food once in a while. Try and get it and then do it like this. This is fucking... It's like pulled pork means traditional, at least in our perspective, Danish kind of Christmas foods. Let's do it like they do in Bavaria and say cheers and try the beer as well. And cheers the right way with the bottom of the glass so you don't break it.
Prost.
Prost. That tastes like Paulaner.
This kind of tastes like vanilla.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think this will pair well with the food decently. I think actually I'd rather have like a dark Munich lager, but we couldn't find any. So we went with Weizen. I think this is maybe a bit too fruity. It cuts a bit of the fat, but because it's very hefty and hearty food this year. But
So when is the last time you had Jacobsen?
in brewing school,
Oh, so
Carlsberg helps a lot, but I do not like their stuff. No. But this was awesome, guys. Please check out the German Haxe. It's such a great dish. Hope you guys had a good Oktoberfest if you celebrated it. There's many similar things in Germany. If you can't go to Oktoberfest, there's like, for example, Bergkirchweh in Erlangen, and a lot of all small fests that are similar that you can go to. That's probably a lot cheaper. I recommend it. Great stuff. Thanks a ton for watching this special edition of Cooking and Beer. That was a bit long, maybe.
Yeah.
Usually they are. And I feel like you wanted to say something because you were pointing with the fork.
No, it was just about the beer, which it has no other notes other than banana and vanilla.
it's kind of classic Weizen. So hope you guys had a good Oktoberfest, and cheers. And here's to another good cooking review, not 6 months down the line. Cheers.
Cheers.